Booting up system. Loading.
Gabriel Valentine.
Loading.
Dan Brozo.
This is the Digital Lizards of Doom show live at Meltdown.
Welcome to the D-Lodge show with Maddie to the max.
Yeah, what's up?
I feel like lasers should shoot out of you right now.
Can you do that in After Effects?
I could.
Do it.
I could.
You have to now. You have to now.
I'll try.
What's up, ladies and germs? We are here for a very special episode. We have Maddie over here, hanging
max,
out,
you know.
co-hosting,
Just chilling like a villain.
chilling like a villain. So, if you guys don't know, you should know. But if you don't know, Maddie, tell us a little bit about what you do.
I run a web series YouTube channel, and I'm an actress. In my web series, I play all the characters, and I film it and edit it to make them look like they talk to one another.
Nice.
It's like the happy version of Orphan Black, basically. So, if you're
Pretty
a fan
sick.
of people talking to themselves, basically. For
You all do
many
it at home,
hours.
viewers.
Don't act like you don't.
Oh,
Hey.
What's hard is when I'm not recording and I'm still talking to myself.
Hey, it's
I do
only
that all the
crazy-
time.
It's only crazy if you answer back.
Dude.
Might be a
You
little
do.
crazy.
Yeah, you definitely
Okay,
do
okay,
that.
hold on.
Just a
I do it.
smidge.
I do it all the time.
It's only crazy if you answer back and you let what that answer back person said change your original
Bro,
decision.
you're crazy. We don't understand any of that.
I'm officially insane.
Yeah. One time,
But is it insanity or artistic opinion, really?
it's both.
Exactly.
There's a fine line between the two. One time I heard my dad giving himself a pep talk, and he didn't know I was in the room, and it was like the most awkward experience I ever had with my dad, because he like saw me there and he's like, oh, and I was like, oh, that was weird, Dad, but like, I get it.
like-
Sometimes you need a pep talk.
It's like one of those normal ones though, where you're just like,
He's
"Oh,
like,
you
you're
can do
doing
this."
okay, Jim. You're doing all right.
yeah.
I was like,
That's fine.
it's just, I was
every
like 12. I don't know. Like,
It's like
parents
get out
aren't
of
supposed to
bed
be
in the morning.
vulnerable
I
and
wake
stuff.
up and I go, all right, Gabe,
You're doing okay, Gabe.
we're doing it again, buddy.
And you just
So, anyways,
pop your Paxil, yeah. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, dude. I didn't know I was off limits.
But yeah, Maddie's pretty awesome.
Clearly.
You have some links right there.
Oh, I thought you were like touching her. I was like,
Like,
bro,
why you want
this
my
is not,
shoes?
not how you
I mean,
come onto
they're
a
great
lady.
and everything. I mean, you got the legs to pull
He
them
always
off.
has to take it. Then.
Yeah.
You know, I'm a very like kind of out there.
Yeah,
kind
no,
of
there's
dude.
a
Always.
graphic right here.
Oh, good.
That's what he was doing. He wasn't like, let me touch your boot.
Oh, Danny.
And then you sit like that, yeah. Keep it over
Get
there.
it away.
Yeah, you can touch my leg if
You
need
can
a
look,
leg.
but you can't touch.
You can touch this, Gabe, but
right.
not too much though. Okay.
But yeah, so what's like one of the recent things you did? I loved your Jurassic World review.
Thank you.
That was like, I think that's one of my faves.
That was actually kind of hard because I didn't know what to dress up as. Because
Yeah, I can-
also on my channel, what I do is I do movie reviews where I dress up as characters from the movie I'm reviewing. Very badly dress up, like just kind of joking around as that. So for that one, I was like, I can't dress up as a velociraptor. I'll try and be
can.
Chris Pratt, you know?
Yeah.
You know, so that's what I was going for, but it was basically just, okay, I'll enter like as a velociraptor. Do the Jim Carrey dinosaur. So that one was a lot of fun. I really like doing them because A, I get to go see more movies, which
Hell yeah.
I never get enough of, and B, I get to dress up and talk incessantly about all my thoughts.
Heck yeah.
That's
And,
cool.
Name a couple of films you've been in.
Oh, I've been in Video Game High School. I've
Great movie.
Yes,
Good one.
actually, it's a
I
series.
know, I'm kidding.
It's a series.
That was the joke for you guys at home.
I was about to that was
Pay
weird.
attention to nerd.
I have a friend who is obsessed with that show.
Yeah.
And like every time I hung out with him for like 2 months, he's like, let's watch Video Game High School. I'm like, yeah, sure.
It's a really good show and with a lot of really cool people. Like, I love those guys. It was the best set that I've ever been on, bar none.
Like quality wise or just like.
Just quality wise, the vibe wise, the people. Like, the moment I stepped onto set, I was like, oh my gosh, this is an amazing set. I love this place.
Yeah.
It was.
That comes through. It seems like
really
everyone's
does.
happy to be working on
yeah.
it. Yeah.
I mean, everybody from the cast to the crew to the lunch lady was just
guess that a
incredibly
lunch
happy.
lady?
Well, it was a lunch guy, but they had, craft services.
But we have to call him a
But
lady.
he painted his nails and
It's a
wore a
lady.
hairnet. Yeah.
It's in our OSHA.
Yeah. It's on his rider. Call me lunch lady, or I'm going home.
It's his IMDb credit. Lunch lady. I'm a dude.
So what do you have coming up that people should know about?
Well, actually, I filmed a video I was down at VidCon, a parody video. I'm not sure when this is coming out.
Oh, you like parody videos,
I do. This is actually my first parody video.
This one you're on right now? This is a parody of an actual...
This is a parody video right here. We're parodying...
We couldn't get the real Maddie. She's a little busy right now.
No, I'm saying our entire show has been a parody.
Yeah, we're
not a real show, guys.
We're parodying the Rocket Jump podcast right here. Oh. This is just that. I'm actually playing Freddie W right now. You're Jimmy Wong.
Freddie W!
So
yeah, sorry to interrupt.
Yeah,
go on.
I'm not sure when this is coming out. So
like a week from now or something.
Okay, then yeah, I could probably talk about it so I can promote that. Yeah, it's a parody of Frozen's "Do You Want to Build a Snowman?" Because nobody's tired of Frozen yet. But it's "Do You Want to Be My Fan Base?"
Oh,
yeah, and
nice.
Yeah,
you didn't even, the pitch.
Can you sing?
No.
Do you sing?
I do sing it. I had
You can sing.
not on key. But what I did is I have a friend that was very kind, and they actually auto-tuned me singing the entire thing.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
So I am actually the one singing. It's just it's auto-tuned the crap out of it. I hope I can curse in this.
Oh, yeah.
Is crap a curse to you?
I don't know. I mean, it used to be. It used to be that saying "damn" was a curse word, and now it's like,
remember sex when you were a kid, like saying sex? And parents were like, don't say that.
Or like
Why?
or one said like that's sexist, and a kid went ah.
Yeah.
Like,
yep. Or if you saw sex on like a form, like male, female, you're like, oh my god, they said it.
Boy parts.
Where can people go to check you out?
They can go to youtube.com/Maddie to the max. I don't know if there's a graphic here or
We'll
not.
see about all that.
Yeah, maybe there is, maybe there isn't.
See
But
how much fancy work I'm trying to do on
if you're
this
not
one.
interested in looking at the screen and you're just hearing this, then it's Maddie spelled MADI
Ooh.
2 the max.
That's very that's a very bohemian spelling.
Yeah,
fancy
yeah.
buttons.
Oh, and
And
I
it's
like
funny.
that's a good font on the bottom there,
Right.
Budmo. I love that font. Shout out to Budmo Jiggler, I think it's called.
Well, it's funny because my brother's name is Jedi. Like that is his actual name. Yeah,
No
yeah.
way.
That's his
So
actual.
you like
name.
didn't have a choice. Like you were gonna be born into.
Oh yeah, my parents are
you're
cool.
born in it.
I have a Jedi rat tail right here, so I'm just
Whoa.
awesome, just in
But
general.
you hide it like
right there, right there. Wow.
dude, that's
I'm not,
rad.
you know. But it's funny because
Wow.
when people see our names, if it's spelled MADI, they can either get one of them, but they can never get both. It's either Jedi and Maddie or Maddie and Jedi.
Gift of the Mad Eye.
Yeah, they can never get them both at the
Jedi?
same time. Yeah,
That's so cool.
like a Mad-Eye
That's
Moody.
cool that people mispronounce your sibling's name.
I'm
adventurous.
so used
yeah.
to people mispronouncing my name. It's just like I hear them mispronounce it.
weird
and I
one.
still get it. I still get what you're talking about because
I don't
my
know-
last name's Brunoehler.
I don't know what
Nobody
else you could
pronounces
get
my
out of
name.
this.
People call, hi, can I speak to Madison Brunoehler? You tried. Hi,
Yeah,
how are
that
you?
was a good try. My last name's Brozo, and I get all kinds of good ones out
Oh
of
yeah.
that.
I got it right first time though.
Brozo?
Yeah.
You probably heard it said by someone though, right? No, you just gangstered it out?
Nope, just gangstered it out.
But right here, it's
Tight.
just the bro zone.
Yeah. That's a good one. My friend called
I'm
me the
sure you-
Brozone lair for like
I don't think
I've heard
have. Have we had that before?
not on the
Brozone?
show. I've heard the Brozone before.
Okay.
But that
Sorry-
should be
sorry to
that
burst your
should be
bubble.
the name of like a podcast, the bro zone.
The Brozone.
I don't. I'm not narcissistic enough for that,
Ah.
but maybe one day I'll work up to that when I stop hating myself so much.
So I hear you're gonna review some comic books with us.
I am apparently.
You
That's
wanna-
what I'm gonna do.
You want to say this is Dizzy Doom's Comic Boom and point to the camera?
This is Dizzy Doom's Comic Boom. Bam.
Dude. Comic time, guys. Let's talk about some comics. Why don't we? Does this sound good to you guys?
Yeah.
Who's gonna
Cool.
say no to comics?
I don't know.
Well, they
Boring
probably
people.
shouldn't be. Yeah, they probably shouldn't be watching this show.
Well,
People
watch
that
it
don't
anyway.
Go down to Comic Con.
I mean, watch it and thumbs up and subscribe anyway, but like,
Speaking of which, why didn't we hang out at Comic Con?
I don't know.
Do you guys even
'cause
know each other at that
we
point?
We did, but it was
met at
so
Anime Expo.
crazy that everything that was happening, I actually got heat exhaustion at one point.
Whoa.
So it was like I was down for like the third day. I was like, I'm back at the hotel. I'm not doing anything. I'm not going
Dang.
back out. Yeah.
I was trying to introduce you to her, but I just thought she was like
Didn't
blowing me
happen, bro.
off, and,
It was crazy.
She was sort of.
I did record the entire thing, so you can see all the crazy.
So I can like go up to the
I got
video
the,
and shake its
update.
hand.
I
Yeah.
haven't watched it yet. I got on my queue though.
Yeah.
Okay, comics. Let's do some comics.
Go for it, bro.
I've been in a re-renditions of media mode. Is that even? I don't even know if I'm describing this
Just roll
correctly.
with it, dude.
Army
Don't
of
even-
Darkness, the comic version.
Dude.
And who doesn't love some Bruce Campbell?
Who doesn't love Bruce
Some
Campbell?
Evil Dead action? Who doesn't love that? You probably shouldn't be watching our show again. So yeah, Army
New
of Darkness.
series coming out, by the way. Bruce
I know. I'm actually
Bruce
pretty-
Campbell. Army of Darkness.
Yeah,
What was it?
He's gonna be in it though.
Ash versus the Evil Dead or something.
Something like that. Yeah. It looks really good though.
I haven't heard of any of this. I'm such a bad nerd.
Well, it's like there's so many facets, you know.
Yeah, I mean
You can't catch them all.
that's why it's good that there's this app that has all this because it's because catching up on comic books, it's like where do you start?
Preach it, sister.
Preach
Where do
it.
you- like I want to like go back and read like all of the X-Men stuff. I'm like, yeah, but I'd have to have been born in like 1952 to actually
Yeah.
get any of that.
Yep.
So being able to actually find it all
Now,
online.
You can just get it on your phone.
Yeah.
Yep. For me, it's laying in bed at night before I go to bed, and I'm like, I don't want to have a light on because I want to just be able to turn my phone off and pass out, you know? So I can just read comics on my phone.
Gotta be bad for your eyes.
Everything's bad for your eyes
Yeah,
nowadays.
that's true.
Get eyeball cancer from reading comics. JK, you'll be totally fine, kids. So in this one, Ash goes to space.
No.
And I don't know if this is like a reoccurring topic in
Hook,
Army
line,
of
and
Darkness.
sinker, dude, I'm sold.
Dude, he's just in space. He's fighting zombies in
Sold.
space. There's one-liners. It's funny. The art is great. Whoever drew Ash in this just did it right on. He's got the gauntlet. He's got the shotgun and the chainsaw.
And we're looking at it right now.
It's
right?
like legit. Yeah, there'll be art of it going on right now.
I feel like the fights in there would be incredibly.
Dude,
Oh
look at that.
yeah,
There's
I mean
blood splattering. There's
blood splattering, but then it just stays there. It doesn't like splatter on the wall.
Oh, yeah.
It would just like, and then if you wanted to get to the other side of the hallway, there's just blood
Mm-hmm.
hanging in the hallway, and you have to go through the blood.
yeah, but you would because you're like, yeah, I just killed zombies.
I'm
It's like
so
war
boss.
paint. Yeah, exactly. So it's awesome, and you guys should totally check it out. And yeah, it's on the ComicsFix app, which you should also download right now. Yeah, that's all I got to say about it. That's just short and sweet.
Sick. Let's roll right into mine.
Yeah, let's do yours.
Do it. So we're kind of doing like a movies, TV kind of
Oh,
thing.
you got on that train as well?
Yeah, dude.
Hell
I
yeah.
listened to you guys.
Hell yeah.
Started a trend.
Yeah, you did.
Yes,
And it's like,
I'm a
so
trendsetter.
I'm
She is.
doing Twilight Zone. And,
Oh,
I'm
nice.
doing issue 1 of
Oh,
the new
wow.
Twilight Zone series. It's
All right.
out right now.
I know you wouldn't talk about it if it isn't good, but is it good?
It's really,
Because
really
I
good.
love me some Twilight Zone.
Dude, okay, what they're doing, so the story I'm currently reading
Yeah.
is so far it's 3 issues long, and they're all part of the same universe.
It's like a mini-series.
So I don't know. I don't know how they're gonna do it. Like I would assume, each individual book would be a different story, but it looks like they're gonna continue. I'm only at issue 1 right now, so I'm gonna have to.
Well,
read
I'm
the rest
cool with
later.
that, actually.
It's really cool,
Yeah.
and it's a really complex story. So once you kind of get into the story that they're currently on, it'll make a little bit more sense. But so it's about this dude. He's kind of like this narcissistic, like playboy millionaire kind of type.
Classic. And then he becomes a Nazi.
Yes. No.
I'm just kidding.
No,
No.
And he just is like obsessed with being young, and he does some pretty like borderline illegal things to
Sure.
stay young. And so far in issue 1, it's pretty much just about how that mentality and what he does is starting to take a toll on his psyche with
Nice.
his relationships with his work.
Oh,
with
you haven't gone to the turn yet. I'm stoked to see what that turn is.
and so, but then it appears that someone is onto him, and it seems like they've been researching him for a while.
Nice.
And that's all I'm gonna say.
Dude,
You gotta check it out. It's good.
that's all
Dude,
I
I
need
wanna
to hear.
read it
And you
now.
can read,
Yeah.
you can read it on the way home tonight.
Okay.
So
I love
you
me
can
some
read it too.
Twilight.
Yeah.
Twilight Zone's so
Yeah,
sick.
not Twilight. Twilight.
We knew what you meant.
Yeah.
The OG fans of Twilight
You're
Zone
safe.
just
Yeah.
call it
You're
Twilight.
safe.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
Or TZ.
What do you got, Maddie?
Okay, so what I got the Zorro issue 1 comic. I mean, I was raised on Zorro, so when I saw it, I was like, oh,
Course.
I'm going to read that. And apparently this is like his origin, I think, from what I'm getting, is
Yeah.
that this is like the beginning of Zorro.
Which you never see.
No, I mean,
You
well,
just you're like, all right,
see
Zorro's a
it.
badass.
Well, you see it in the movie, which with the Antonio Banderas, you see him as a kid, but you never see the Zorro before him start. You never see like where he came from,
And
how
that's what-
he got the mask.
That's what
Okay,
this
so
is covering?
it's like the Santa Claus, where like if you kill Zorro, you become. No, I'm just kidding. It's not like that.
yes, kill
Wait,
Zorro.
what?
No.
There's like a
Never heard
long.
that legend.
That's like the Santa Claus with
That's
Tim Allen.
awesome.
Right,
He kills
like-
Santa, and then he's like, "Well, now I have to be Santa."
Dude.
There's
I
2
never thought
hours
about
of
it that way,
comedy.
but that's actually a really dark, twisted version
It is
of Santa
kind of
Claus.
messed up.
Good point.
Yeah.
He killed Santa and became Santa. That's scary. But Zorro, yeah. So I think this is what it is. The art is just gorgeous. I
Yeah,
can't
the art's
believe,
rad.
Like, how in depth. Like I love how it looks like it's sketched, but also inked, and then the colors are really, really nice, and you can really feel it.
You know what they do really well too is lighting.
Yes.
Like I'm looking at that, and they do like solar flares really well, and they
Yeah.
do dark and light. It's like a Vermeer painting.
Yeah, it's like you're in it almost. Like like you're watching like a really epic. Oh, who is it that does? Oh, James Cameron, like a
Yeah.
really epic James Cameron kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I really love. Oh, I think I should give this because that's the last
Yeah,
page of
don't
it, so
give
I
it
shouldn't
away.
do that. But yeah, I really liked it, and you should totally check it out too. I want to read the rest of it because it's
Yeah.
very interesting.
We have to force ourselves not to read the whole thing because
I
then,
know.
well, Gabe at
Dan
least
gets
will
on my
accidentally
case.
drop spoilers, and
Yeah.
I'm
Dan
like,
gets on my
no,
case every
dude.
no
issue.
spoilers, except
Yeah.
for when you're watching my reviews. Those are nothing but spoilers.
Are they?
Yeah, they're just like.
Oh man, I
But she
hate
gives fair
spoilers.
warning.
Yeah, like at the beginning
And
of them,
also,
I
yeah.
always have to go. This has spoilers because this is
And
me just talking about it.
I'm
Yeah.
learning there's a whole bunch of people who don't mind spoilers. Like,
I know,
Yeah.
so many people in my life that they will read they'll read like how the end of each Game of Thrones episode ends before watching it.
That's
I'm
crazy.
like, why?
Like I can't do like even
they
though I
can't handle the
give
suspense.
so many spoilers in my reviews, I am like a stickler for spoilers.
Same.
Like as soon as I decide
Same
to
here.
see something, I will literally plug my ears, hum in the movie theater to not watch the trailer. I won't
Yep.
even look at the posters.
Well, trailers are terrible now.
Oh
so.
yeah, because they give you everything. They give you the funniest punchline. They give you the plot twist. They give you the ending. Like in this in the Amazing Spider-Man 2, they literally gave you the ending shot in the trailer.
Yeah.
It was like
And in
no.
Terminator 2, Terminator
2?
Genesis.
Yeah.
Terminator also.
Oh, Terminator also. I like
Grammar
that.
police, but he's right. Right again, Dan.
I love
not sure
Terminator
if-
2.
I mean, I like Genesis, but I think it's not. It's,
I haven't seen it yet.
Oh, it is. It is good. It is
I'm
for sure
down
good.
for some Terminator.
It was way better than the third one, for sure. But
Awesome.
Yeah. How
pretty
about
much-
the
and-
fourth one though?
we don't talk about that one.
Dude, I thought that had great action sequences, but as far as storyline,
Yeah, and I really didn't.
all that.
I really didn't like what's his face that was playing James Cameron or John
Cameron
Connor.
Bale? Yeah.
Yeah, I
Or
mean,
Christian Bale.
Yeah, I mean, he is a good actor when he's given things to really build on his own.
Yeah.
Like when he develops a character on his own, but when he's trying to take on an
Yeah.
iconic role, I don't think he's good. I
Like
did
Batman,
not,
for example?
Yeah, and I did not like him as John Connor. He did not get the core of John Connor, and that really pissed me off.
Yeah, I agree.
So
he just seems just like him in that movie.
yeah, I think T2 is, and I think probably always will be, the best Terminator movie.
Yeah.
It sucks because he's our guest
Absolutely.
on the show tonight. Actually.
Christian Bale.
Shoot. Hold on, just hide me. Don't tell
Christian,
don't
how's
tell
it
him I
going,
said
man?
He's
that.
already here. He's in that Dalek right there. Is that how you say that?
Dalek.
Dalek?
Dalek.
Dang it. Dang it. I was going to make a Doctor Who reference, but I've never watched it
Nerd
before.
shame. I have a Dalek
Dalek.
costume, so.
Do you?
Yeah.
Is that it?
Nice.
Yeah.
Is that it right there?
We're going to have to show B-roll of it now.
Almost.
Dang it.
It's very close. Like I made it out of a dress, and then I added these panels with the skirt, and then I had these little heelys that I would just wheel around going,
Oh, hell yeah.
exterminate.
Hell
That's
yeah.
rad.
Yeah.
That's pretty
I like that
cool.
when you did that, your Jedi braid like swayed a little bit behind you.
This thing is deadly, though. Like if
I know.
when this thing gets wet, I can take out your eye with this.
I
It's like
believe
it's
it.
sharp at the end.
Yeah.
Well, on that note, no, I'm just kidding.
yeah. Let's go. Braid fights.
Yeah, let's get
Behind the
to,
scenes.
We got to go get to our guest of honor right now.
Well, our additional guest of honor. Don't act like this is
Duo
not our guest of honor.
So it's like
He
double
always
guess.
like takes. Okay, I'm
I
like
know,
the
I take
glass
everything- yeah.
half full kind of guy.
I'm like
He's
a
the
screw that glass. I'm drinking out of the
empty
bottle
kinda
guy.
So I
Yeah.
have to be careful. Every
Knock
little
the glass.
thing I
He's the
say.
cat on the table that knocks the glass over.
For no good reason either.
Right. You're just
Like,
like, no,
eh.
don't.
guys-
Don't.
You guys hear this? It's
Yeah.
true,
No,
100%.
just spitting truths right now.
And I'm just a glass full of giggles.
Heck yeah.
Aw.
Just nothing-
It's full though, right?
Yeah, it's completely full. It's like overflowing.
We got to show Maddie our secret handshake. Can we do like a triple Zorro?
I
Is that like- is
well,
that like a thing?
do we have to
Okay.
demonstrate it first?
Yeah. Okay, so this
For all you people that are listening to it, I'm so sorry.
Boom. No, we demonstrate. Did you watch that? Did you get that?
That was beautiful.
Okay, so
that was beautiful.
Hang at 10 and then
Okay.
shake it around. And we knock it together. I'll be the middle one, and then you surf it out.
Like a dolphin.
All right, ready?
Right.
Nice.
That's how we're gonna take out the
So we're doing it once more.
the segment. Yeah.
Once more.
One more.
Okay.
3 in a row.
Do we say
Third
anything?
time's
or
the
is
charm.
it
This
just
is the real
like-
time.
You can say things.
Okay.
We are gonna say,
But it has to be
check out
really good
Maddie to
and
the
funny.
Max. Over at her page right now, open a new tab, go watch her show. She's amazing. Thank you so much for coming.
Yeah.
If you want to follow me on anything, Instagram, Twitter, MySpace, that's not a thing
have one?
anymore. No. No, nobody.
found
That's so
mine.
mean. People are gonna be like
Mine
looking
still
for
exists.
But I am Maddie to the max on everything.
You're Maddie to the max to the max.
Exactly.
max.
Exactly.
it. Let's
All
take
right.
it out.
Okay.
Let's take this out to the max. Boom.
Boom.
Wave it out. Flipper. Flipper.
Into the sunset.
Our guest has arrived.
Here we are with Nicole Campos
Hello,
from Loot Crate.
from
Dude.
Loot Crate.
This is crazy.
Is that crazy?
It is crazy.
It's wild.
Super, super crazy. How you doing?
I'm excellent. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for coming on. I mean, I think, and I'm going to share this. I'm going to share some behind-the-scenes stuff real quick. He's going to roll his eyes. I know he's going to roll his eyes.
I'm already.
When I called you, this is how easy it was. Future guests and previous guests, I hope you're watching. This is how easy it was.
Oh, no,
to get
I've
her
set a
on the
precedent.
show. This is awesome. This is how it should work. I was like, hey, this is Gabriel from the Digital Lizards of Doom show. And you're like, hey. And I'm like, hey, you should come on the show. And you're like, yeah. And I'm like, we have this date open. Let's do it.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Heck yeah.
I
hang up,
did.
I'm like,
I kind of made it incredibly easy for you, but also, it was we love opportunities to talk with podcasts and share our fellow geeky stories, and it helps that it's Meltdown, and I've done a lot of stuff with Meltdown before, and we just had an installation here and a couple of events here, and
Heck yeah.
I live like 5 minutes away, so I mean it was kind
That
of a
makes it pretty
no-brainer.
nice.
Brainer.
that makes it pretty nice. It's usually like weeks and weeks of emailing people's assistants, and everyone has to.
Yeah,
be
well,
on
I'm not that. I don't have that much cred yet. I don't have an assistant.
Loot Crate's a big deal, though.
Loot Crate
we're
is
getting
a
up
big
there.
deal.
We
Loot
are
Crate is
getting up there.
absolute. That is the first subscription service that I was even aware of that would send you cool stuff every month.
They kind of broke the mold on it, really, Matt
Yeah.
and Chris. I mean, there were subscriptions out there like Birchbox and stuff like that, but there wasn't really anything for geeks and gamers. They were the first to do it.
So do you guys have like a number? I'm sure you do, of like how many other. I wouldn't call them competitors because you guys aren't.
Well, they
completely
kind of
different
are,
stuff.
but yeah.
Would you call them
I mean, some of them are, and some of them aren't. Some of them are a little bit more. Some of them are doing something very similar to what we're doing. Other ones, I think, are a little bit more niche,
Yeah.
like focused on a particular genre.
Like Dollar Shave Club or something. You're not competing with them.
Yeah, no. But yeah, I mean, certainly there are quite a few. Yeah.
I see him on my Facebook feed all day.
Well, I know like the Dollar Shave
And I'm like,
ones.
no, I don't need like a unicorn mask every
Okay,
month.
Yeah, you
See,
do.
that was
Yeah, I know. I kind of do.
was my
I don't need 12 of them throughout the year, but
No, one would suffice.
I could
There's-
bolster my collection a little bit, though. Yeah.
see there's stuff like, and maybe I'm just not the right target for that. See, I would sign up for Loot Crate.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
As well, you should.
Super, in a heartbeat. But a unicorn thing.
Or like the
unicorns are cool.
the Birkenstock of the month club or something.
See, that's what. That's
There's all kinds of stuff. I'm like, who is?
A guy
getting
that I
these?
work with, Adam, is one of my fellow community team members. He's in like a sock club, and it's so funny because
That's cool though.
That is cool, and it's funny though because like he habitually wears like two different socks because like he'll
one of my
always,
best friends does that
he'll
too.
always lose one, and then he's like, yeah.
Oh, he's not just doing
but
it
the
for
way
effect?
he described it. The way he described it to me, I think he's partially doing it for effect. I don't know, Adam, are you? We'll settle this. But the first time he described the sock club to me, because of the fact that he often wears mismatched socks, I thought it was like, but is it the sock of the month? So like they only send you one,
Just one.
and then like as you get them, you like, oh, which one works? Does this one work with this one? I don't know. Like I would actually kind of be into that because you're kind of like, oh, okay.
Same here.
Technically, you'd have to charge less because you're only getting one sock.
True.
So technically, you're getting 6.
It could be like an
pairs.
artisan sock though.
Yeah, exactly. Artisanal.
Yep.
Grass-fed socks.
Yep. Cage-free socks.
Cage-free socks.
Free socks. Free range.
Yep.
Oh man. So, for those of you who do not know what Loot Crate is,
Which is probably very few of you guys.
very
but
few.
Yeah.
Okay, but we have to do that whole thing.
Of course, yeah.
And people want to what? They like hearing it from the source. People like hearing it from the source.
Yeah.
So, what is in your? How would you sum up Loot Crate if you were pitching it to somebody?
Well, what it is we like to say it's like getting Comic-Con in a box every month.
Yeah.
So what you're
It's a
getting,
damn fine description.
yeah. So what you're getting is the experience of a particular theme. We announce the theme at the beginning, or actually usually at the end of the previous month, right before the beginning of the month. We announce what the next theme for the following month is going to be, and then we might tease a couple of franchises that are included. But usually we try to keep the primary details of each item under wraps. We might tease a little bit, like typically we have certain items that are really popular overwhelmingly, like T-shirts, or if there's a Funko Pop figure, or any kind of exclusive figure like that, we might hint around, but we won't give you really any details because the whole idea of it is that it's a mystery crate. So you don't really know what you're getting until you receive it. And then we have people, we have a lot of people that we are affiliates, and then just fans, that people that are just regular subscribers that get Loot Crates, that will do unboxing videos on YouTube.
Heck
and that's like a whole subgenre unto itself. But yeah, so that's really what it is we're trying to give you that experience of getting a little gift full of things that you love once a month. So it's like Christmas every month.
What are some examples of themes you guys have done in the past?
Well, this past month in July, we actually did our first sequel, we called it, where we brought back the Heroes theme that we did last year because it was really popular. And we called it Heroes 2. And so we featured an exclusive Batman Q-Pop figure made by QMX that was painted to look like the Adam West Batman from the original show. We're the only ones that have that version of it. Yeah, and it's really cool. The Q-Pops that QMX does, they're very, very exciting, and I'm hoping that they continue to do more, because I think that's really going to be one of the next cool collectible figures.
Yeah.
Because when you get it, it comes like on a little stand, and then the reason why it's called Q-Pop is because QMX, but like it stands for quote, and what you do is it has a little plastic speech bubble that sticks above their head that comes with a little decal with something written on it, but then the decal peels off, and the figure also comes with a dry erase marker, so you can write whatever you want them to say. You can change it all the time. Yeah, it's really cool. So we did that, and then this upcoming month for August, we're doing villains again. So last year we had villains and heroes both, so that's villains too. June we had Cyber, which was something that we've been thinking about doing for quite a while, and so we featured Terminator and Battlestar Galactica and Borderlands. Yeah. And then what else did we have? May was Unite, which sort of featured a lot of different team-based franchises. So we had Power Rangers and Avengers and Bravest Warriors and a bunch of cool stuff in that. So cool. Yeah, we try to vary it. Sometimes they're a little bit more specific to theme. Like April was fantasy, which was something that we had actually been getting requests for a long time. So we did that, and then whereas Unite is more sort of a concept and less of a genre, so it covers a lot of different things. So they vary like that from time to time.
That's very cool. Yeah. What's like the origin story for Loot Crate?
The origin story was during Startup Week.
Grab your hot cocoa and pillows, kids.
Yes, grab your hot cocoa and pillows. We're going to tell you a story.
Snuggle up.
During Startup Week a few years ago, Matt met Chris, and they had both sort of worked in startup businesses and had just clicked and started talking about ideas that they had for doing a Geek and Gamer box, and it started in, I think, Chris's garage.
Nice.
Was where they started doing it. Might have been Matt's garage. I don't know. You guys have to remind me whose garage it was. And then
whose garage did you guys start doing stuff in?
Comment below. Yeah.
And then it moved on to a smaller office, and then they moved to the office that we're at now, which is in Lincoln Heights. And the building that we're in now has a small warehouse attached to it, which we're just kind of using for a general work area and storage and stuff, food pantry. But that was initially where they boxed all the crates. They could be done in that small warehouse area, which is like, I don't know if you've been in Meltdown, it's maybe about the size of this room here.
It's a decent sized room.
Yeah, it's a decent size.
Yeah.
But then we outgrew that. And so we rented the space across the parking lot in the same location in Lincoln Heights. And so it was maybe 3 times that size, 4 times that size possibly. And so then that was the where they packed for a long time. That was where they were still packing when I started in August of last year. And then they outgrew that. And now we are in a completely different location out in Bell, California. For those who don't know where that is, that's about 20 minutes east of downtown LA.
Yeah.
And that is a massive warehouse where they are packing all the crates now. And so that's just the only thing they're doing there is packing crates.
Did it blow up like immediately, or was there kind of a slow? Because I can see this just people being like, "Whoa, that doesn't exist. I would love that. Boom, let's do this."
It actually blew up really hugely over the last, I would say, probably 18 months.
I could see that, yeah.
Like last year, they had an enormous amount of growth that really kind of started right before I started there. I started there again in this end of August will be my 1-year anniversary. So yeah,
congratulations.
Thank you.
They're gonna get you a cake.
I wonder. I don't know. I just got a cake this past month because my birthday was in July, so
Happy
I got
birthday.
Thank you. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
If they don't get you a cake, I'm gonna freaking.
We'll send you one in a blind box.
Yeah.
They threw down the gauntlet. You guys gotta get me a cake,
buddies.
But you don't know what kind it is until you open the box.
No, exactly.
Like, boom,
it has to be in
cake?
the loot spirit.
Yeah. Exactly.
What are your like most popular, I guess, companies that you have, like?
What do you mean, like the
like franchises
toys?
Involved in it?
Oh, franchises. Well,
I could probably take a stab at that. Probably people love Avengers and Marvel.
Marvel and DC both for sure.
Of course,
and they're great to work with.
Game
Star
of Thrones
Wars
stuff, I imagine.
Game of Thrones we've done a couple times. We actually had Game of Thrones in that fantasy crate.
Yeah.
Because I got your guys the Han Solo or the Star Wars comic book with Han Solo.
That was amazing. We were very lucky to get that from Marvel. That was in January for the Rewind crate, which was all the sort of like 70s and 80s type stuff.
You guys snuck your logo in the little cargo boxes.
I know what's really funny is that we usually ask that when we do exclusive variant covers that they incorporate Loot Crate in some way. Like the one that we did for Bravest Warriors for the one shot was with all of them, and it was a bunch of little tiny aliens who were basically loot crates. Like, yeah,
that's awesome.
It's amazing. Tyson drew these little tiny black alien guys that were loot crates, and they're just kind of running around. Like one of them's like Danny's holding one, going and just like it's fantastic.
That's so
but with
cool.
the Star Wars one, I mean, I think the guy who did it, Gabriele Delato, who's an amazing Italian comic book artist, he did this beautiful picture of Chewbacca and Han Solo in like the cargo bay, and it's basically like the loot crates are what they're smuggling, which is what's so great, right?
Awesome.
I know.
I'll show it to you.
But
Please
it's like
do.
So cool.
it's like it looks like just a bunch of metallic crates, but if you look very closely, Loot Crate is imprinted on them.
Gotcha.
So
that's how they
it's
snuck
very
it in,
subtle, and I think
I love
Lucas
subtle,
was
though.
okay with that.
Yeah.
So,
So cool.
it was awesome.
That's awesome.
So like, how kind of. I know, like, I hope you guys are wondering these questions too, because I'm taking this opportunity to answer my own questions.
Do it.
Sure.
I've always wondered, how do you guys determine like what people want in a box?
Yeah.
Because that's gonna be hard, because you obviously have to run a business. There's still a business side, so you don't want people to be like, oh man.
And it's
like,
the internet. There's so many voices out there.
Yeah, and the
What's
thing
your
is,
deciding
it's
factor?
tough because you're never going to be able to please everybody.
Yeah.
So what we have to kind of do is go by what has proven popular before, and also what we can tell are trending, things that people are talking about, and things that we know are going to be coming up down the line. Like, for example, we knew people were going to be talking about the Avengers in May, so we figured we'd try to fit something Avengers related into that crate. We have a product team who are absolutely amazing, with merchandising backgrounds from all over, and they working with our partners to find out what's coming up. They get samples of stuff that are like new products that are coming. We look at what is, matched to the stuff that we've done before, and we do surveys and feedback, all the time, and we just look at comments that come through on social media, and also feedback that the support team gets. Like the customer support team are really there to sort of actually problem solve when people have issues with like their crate didn't arrive on time, or their postman is incompetent and smashed the
for
box,
himself.
or exactly,
He's like,
or
"Oh,
like left it out
it's
in the
that time of
left
month
it on the
again."
front stoop in the
I know what
rain,
this
so they get it
is.
and it's all wet and like falling apart. And we're always happy to replace items when stuff like that
Oh,
happens.
for sure, yeah.
So that's what the support team really is. Their main function is, but they get feedback too, and that feedback gets collected, and so we just kind of
Definitely.
look at what people are asking for. And
You guys
Yeah.
get haters? I'm sure you get haters.
Everybody gets haters, bro. We get
You
haters.
got some funny stories though.
It's tough.
Were you
I
guys
don't like
talking
to-
about
we
this
try
off
not to,
camera?
like-
No, we weren't. I just know how it works.
We
I know
try
it
not
gets-
to like focus on it. I mean, obviously, like I said, you can't please everybody.
Yeah.
A lot of the time, it's
sucks.
yeah. I mean, there's just
Go
people that
home.
there's
Who
people
doesn't
that don't like
Batman?
certain things. There are people that. The other thing too is that a lot of the time we try to be very careful about what we put out there in terms of how we describe things.
Yeah.
And
not to like have weird expectations about stuff.
Yeah, and the thing is, sometimes people make their mind starts going
Extrapolate
and
it,
they
yeah.
extrapolate anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what we say, and so you're always going to get some people who have this specific thing in mind of
It's
what
like, we're getting Hulk hands in this one. I know it.
yeah, exactly.
You're not getting Hulk hands.
Yeah, and they're disappointed. So I mean, but we try to do our best to sort of get people hyped and yet not make sure that they're excited about the stuff that's coming. And like I said, when we know that there's something really cool like a T-shirt or a figure or a comic book, then we'll usually let people know.
That's cool.
Yeah.
How many subscribers do you guys have at this point?
It is in the mid hundreds of thousands.
Dang.
I can say that. Yes.
Dang.
Yes. It's significantly larger than it was even when I started. I mean,
Yeah.
it's just it keeps going.
And you started a year ago. Where was it at a year ago?
It was it was probably still a few 100,000, but yeah, I mean it's
Dang,
yeah.
man.
It's
That's crazy.
getting close to like probably 500K at this point.
That's rad.
Yeah.
That is super
Good
rad.
freaking job, guys. Yeah.
And it's not to take anything away from all the hard work that you guys have done, but it's just like, actually, I think it's giving credit to it. I mean, what a great idea. It's
Yeah.
just a
Yeah.
great idea. I mean, it's,
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
it's one of those things where when it comes out, like everyone who is paying attention to like commerce or how any of that stuff works and comes up, you're just kind of like, wow.
And it's one of the things where pop culture and geek culture really sort of transcends borders too. And I mean,
Yeah.
right now, currently we ship to 12 different international countries, and we're always working on ways to add more. We'll probably be adding some more soon. I don't know when, but we get requests all the time for different countries that we don't ship to. But I mean, I know that they're planning on adding to that as well. But like right now, we ship crates to Australia and the UK and
Heck yeah.
a bunch of Scandinavian countries. So yeah, it's pretty cool.
Are there any companies that you've had problems getting on board with what you guys are doing? Like that you've tried to...
He's asking the hard-hitting questions
I know.
today.
Curious,
It's like Diane Sawyer over here.
So what do you think about Obama's reform? No. I mean, like, what... Like, have you ever, like, reached out to people and they're like, we don't know if we want to get on board with that?
It's funny because I actually, like, usually the initial contact for that stuff goes through the product team. Okay. Like, what I do is... I do work with companies, actually, because most of what I do is to sort of help with the management of the community team. So we deal with all the social media channels and stuff. I do a lot of co-marketing efforts. That's one of my monthly duties, which is basically being the point person with the people in the crate to sort of be like, okay, who's your social manager? Can I talk to them about doing a promo for Loot Crate to let them know, hey, there's 2 Marvel collectibles in this month's box when, and I actually, with Marvel, I knew some people at Marvel from my previous job.
Yeah.
But then also if it's somebody that I don't know, just making that introduction and being, finding out who runs their social and can we get something on your calendar to promote Loot Crate. And, we're happy to promote what you guys are doing this month too. If there's, so it's kind of that like, you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours type of thing. But we can share in the social media aspects of it. Symbiosis, yes.
And synergy.
Synergy is a good word.
Yeah.
And a good character on Gem. But yeah, so that just clicked.
Yes.
It took him a minute.
Gabe's into that.
I'm way
I don't
into
quite
Gem
get
and the
that
holograms.
reference, but
We'll tell you
he's
later.
down. Yeah, please.
But yeah, so by that point though, I mean, obviously by that point they're already in the crate. So, but yeah, I mean, I'm sure that the product team probably, might have stories to that regard. But
I'm sure there's a company out there that was like, nah, we're not interested, and then a year later they're like, what the heck?
Yeah, I love that. I love stories like that. I mean, I do. There's like the small amount of success that like we've had, and the places that we've been able to go, and the people we've been able to get on the show.
Yeah,
I love that feeling when you start something and you reach out to so many people, and you get like, sometimes people just don't respond, and other times they'll be like, yeah, no, you're not worth our time, and then way
very
later,
vindictive today, this guy.
same people.
You're usually the joyous one. I'm the hater.
Caffeine today, man.
Is that it?
Yeah, maybe.
Right.
I don't know. But yeah, then you get these people that want to get involved all of a sudden. So it's like, I love those.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
kinda
turnaround
like,
is
oh,
interesting.
Yeah? Huh? But
Yeah.
so
That's life too. There's always friends that are like, I don't want to be involved, but you're involved, and then you like get some success out of it, and they're like, you still like need somebody to help with that? Dude?
Yeah. Exactly.
Ship sail,
I'm just saying,
homie.
I'm here. I mean,
Yeah.
just give me a call.
Got some free time.
I'll do it for free. I'll do it for free now.
Yeah.
You don't have to pay me anymore.
Exactly.
That's really cool. So what do you guys got going on in the future? Next couple of weeks?
Have you announced next month's?
We
Crate
have
yet?
announced it's Villains is the August.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
is the
Villains
August one.
2.
Villains
Dan,
2.
keep up, bro.
See, I knew too.
Um,
And look, it's also a V.
And so yeah, that's coming up. We're going to be at a few cons this month. We're doing GeekyCon, which is a con in Orlando, Florida.
Yeah.
And then we're going to be at Rooster Teeth Expo.
Nice.
And then PAX Prime at the end of the month.
Awesome.
PAX. We're
PAX.
gonna be at PAX.
Super excited for PAX. It's going to be pretty awesome.
And anything about PAX?
We probably are going to be making a very cool announcement at PAX. I can't say what it is.
That's what I'm gonna say. I heard a little tip. I'm just gonna I like poking buttons.
Yes,
but that's
it's
all
too
I'm gonna
early for
say.
us to say, but it should be very exciting. There's a lot of exciting stuff coming at the end of the month and into the end of the year. Fourth quarter is going to be pretty exciting for us.
Yeah.
We've got a lot of cool stuff coming.
Awesome.
Very cool.
Yeah. You look like you had something to say, so I was
I was
gonna
waiting for you. I thought it
No.
was your turn.
Do we have Twitter questions today?
We do.
Let's
We
get to
do.
my
Yay,
favorite part of the
awesome.
show, says Gabe. All right, Twitter question time, guys. You ready?
Excited. I'm really excited.
You
for
didn't
this.
peek at any of these, did you?
No, I
didn't
didn't.
ask her. Usually
Good.
I ask, and I'm like, hey.
Do you want to see these ahead of time?
Nah.
Much more respect for those that are like, take them cold. Okay, first question is from @GuidenNinny43. This may be a stupid question, but what are some of the common items found in a Loot Crate box?
Well, first, the way I would approach that question, first of all, is no item in a Loot Crate box is common.
Oh. Yeah.
You're doing like RPG style, like
Yeah.
item rarity,
Called
common, uncommon, rare, epic. These are all epic items.
They are actually all epic. Is the word that that is the word that we would use to describe. I mean,
That's the Greek translation, actually.
Yeah.
Of Loot Crate?
Yeah.
Loot Crate, yeah.
Loot Crate.
Epic items only.
Loot with an umlaut over the
Yeah.
loot and the little thing over the A.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's the items that we put in are collectibles, T-shirts, comic books, and we try to make sure that as many items as possible every month are exclusive in some way.
Yeah.
So like, for example, the comic book would be a variant cover that no one else has except us. The figure would be some kind of a variant figure, like I was talking about the Q-Pop figure, the Batman figure, being the Adam West Batman. We're the only ones that have the Adam West Batman. You can get a Batman Q-Pop on QMX's website, but it's not the same figure.
Yeah. So stuff you can't go out in the store and just buy.
Right. And we also did a in the March crate, we worked with EFX to do it was a prop replica exactly the same as the ones that the actors wear on the show from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. The laminate, the shield.
Oh, heck yeah.
The lanyard with the little laminate badge.
Badge thingy.
Yeah, the one that like
So
the Patton
tight.
Oswalt's like, no, you need your badge. We have those in the crate, and it came with certificate of authenticity and all that kind of stuff. So
Whoa.
yeah, that was pretty cool.
That is very cool.
And so those are the kind of
That gets
things.
to everyone?
That goes to everyone. Everyone
month.
gets the same. Everyone gets the same items, occasionally with slight variations. And what I mean by slight variations is, and this is not with all items, but like for example, in the November crate last year, which was called Battle, so it was focused on like a lot of fighting games and stuff, that has to do with characters fighting each other. we did a Mega Man miniature helmet with Capcom, and we did 4 different colors because there's different suits that he wears.
Oh, yeah.
So it was the same
He's
one.
right on my. I love Mega Man so much.
You said the right words.
Yeah. I was like, ooh.
Zach, who is our main designer, he's a Mega Man freak too.
Heck yeah.
And so we did. It came in 4 different colors and it was blind box, so you didn't know what color you were going to get until you opened it. And the nice thing about that is we have a community where people, and also particularly on our mobile app, where people like to talk back and forth on the fan wall about their collection stuff, where they like connect with each other, and if like one guy really wanted the blue helmet and one guy really wanted the red helmet, like they can trade with each other.
That's so
cool.
Yeah. I collect Futurama figurines and all kinds of stuff, like the Kid Robot stuff and the Toynami stuff. And I've been on forums and I've traded people the blind box figurines before.
We trade in the office a lot of the time. Sometimes we'll get extra samples of stuff, and we'll do like everyone gets a blind box and we all open them up and then find out, okay, who got what? What do you get? We trade with each other, so that's fun.
Musical figurines. All right, hey, nice segue here. This is from @HyunaBean. Hyunabean. Will video game downloads ever be available in loot crates, and if so, what genre?
It's possible. We have had some downloadable video game codes that basically, like, for example, we had there's a really fun game that Blue Mammoth put out. You can get on Steam called Brawlhalla. It's sort of in playable beta right now. But like we gave away a character in the character code in the July crate, where it's the only way you can get this character. And it's a really fun. It's a fun game. It's a lot like Smash Brothers.
Nice.
But it's got like all kinds of different weird characters, and you can like change and play.
That's what I mean. Like when I get stoked. That's why I get so stoked on companies like Loot Crate, because you guys are taking like the nerd culture and all that stuff and the pop culture into the future, and where you can only get this character if you are signed up on Loot Crate, and for a video game, like just that cross like level promotion stuff is so important. I think that's where everything's going. Like everything's kind of getting integrated, and you have this one side where people get all like scared and weirded out by that, but then you guys are doing it in a really cool way,
such.
making it fun and making it enjoyable. And I think, I don't know, mega props.
So short answer, let the ambulance go by. Short answer is yes, there has been DLC, and possibly we'll see game downloads in the future?
Possibly down the line. I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that the product team are working on. I think it would just have to be a case of the right partner and the right product and the right method of like launching that. So also,
it's a little bit less accessible for people. Not everybody has a computer or an Xbox One.
We'd have to think about platforms and all of that.
All those things are giftable, though. Like on Steam, you can gift a game to somebody.
You can.
Yeah. So if you don't want to play it, you got a million buddies that would be down.
That's true.
Yeah. All right. Next question is from _Vicky_and_the_bug.
It's a lot of underscores.
That's 4 of them. I love you, Loot Crate. I love you so much. How easy is it to get involved, even as a volunteer? Interesting.
That is an interesting question. We're actually going to hopefully be doing that a lot more. We did put a post up on our Facebook page the other day calling for volunteers at those 3 shows that I talked about that we're going to be going to, which is GeekyCon in Orlando, Rooster Teeth, which is in Austin, and then PAX Prime is in Seattle. Excuse me. And that basically all you do is you do a very quick survey. So we just want to ask a couple questions about you. And, the whole thing is that you have to be responsible for your own transportation. So usually we would prefer people that live in that area to apply. But yeah, we hopefully will have opportunities at shows moving forward to do that. And
cool.
Additionally, we're hoping to start planning some more events. We've done a couple of looter meetup events right here at Meltdown in LA that went really well, where, because we're local to Los Angeles, we can just come down with like some product and like lay out a couple tables, and we did this looter trading post, which was really popular, where people could bring their past loot and come down and like trade for stuff that they would want. Yeah, so like if there was something, say somebody's not super into the Terminator and we had this Endo Skull replica in the June crate, they can find somebody that wants that and that might have the Alien reaction figure that they want, and they can trade back and forth. So yeah, we're hoping to do more of those in other cities as well. We've also talked to at least one potential partner that we could work with to remote do a meetup that like wouldn't require us to fly out. Like we could you know, do a Skype call with them, find out what their needs are, send them everything they need, and then they run it.
Yeah.
And then that way people in different parts of the country can experience that too. So,
Awesome.
yeah.
Very cool. And that's yet another good sign about Loot Crate. People want to they'll do anything to get involved.
Totally.
Like,
I
I'll
mean,
do it for
that's
free.
the
Just let me
thing.
show up, please.
Don't sound so desperate, Vicky.
Yeah. Hey,
Just kidding.
such a hater today.
I'm
This guy.
kidding. Come on, Vicky. I love you.
You need to get some food
love
in you,
Vicky.
dude.
He's
Yeah,
awesome.
Vicky's awesome. And so is the bug, whatever that is, part of her name.
Vicky and the bug.
Okay, last question is from @87 Bankruption. Thank you for such a cool service. Do you think there will ever be a larger Loot Crate boxes?
I think they mean like in terms of larger,
Like bigger items in it?
probably.
I'm just getting to the first part.
Oh,
This is
sorry.
a two-parter.
Well, let's do the first part. As far as
Oh, okay, hold on. He actually like gives examples.
Okay.
Like, say, a crate that contains a video game controller, maybe a Blu-ray series. Also, like higher budget items too.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. That
I mean,
would be a
that'd be
higher valued item. Well, to give you an example, what we did in San Diego at SDCC was we had 2 crates that were exclusive to San Diego, and every item in each crate was exclusive to San Diego Comic-Con and will not be offered again.
Very cool.
And one of them, which was the creature-themed crate, was a $50 crate. The other one, which was the cosmic-themed crate, which was a $100 crate. The cosmic-themed crate had, for example, the Hikari Stormtrooper figure from Funko, which that alone is like a $60 figure. And then it was a variant that had like rainbow glitter in it. It was really cool. But then we
Google
also
that later. Yeah, that sounds rad.
And then we also did a Star Wars cap and a hoodie that featured the. I don't know if you're familiar with the artist Jay Salvador. He does the Super Emo Friends. He's a very like very kawaii, cute little figures, but they're really like emo. They're sad about something.
Yeah.
Have you seen those? He did an alien version, a version of the alien that was on a hoodie for us for that. So they got a hoodie, a Hikari Stormtrooper, a Star Trek collectible coin, and an exclusive Star Wars baseball cap. That's pretty much $100 value.
Like bandits they made out, yeah.
Exactly. And that was a huge crate. Like that crate was basically the size of like this.
Yeah.
Like 2 or 3 of our usual
suitcase,
crates.
yeah.
Yeah, and people were carrying those all around San Diego.
Heck
so
yeah.
I mean, there's definitely an audience for larger crates, larger value crates. We do have some stuff that we're working out today. We actually just announced that we're going to be doing a limited edition specialty crate for Fallout 4.
Nice. Oh my
which-
god, I'm excited for that.
Yeah, it's going to be really cool. We haven't released a lot of details. There's basically it was Bethesda mentioned it today, and there's, if you Google it, there's a couple articles about it. There's a sign up page where you can put your email in to get information right away when we have further information to give out. It's going to be a little ways down the line.
Yeah.
But we are hoping to do more specialty crates like that. It's just, again, a matter of finding the right product, finding the right theme, finding the right partner to work with to promote it. So, yeah.
Very cool.
That's really cool. Yeah, and like almost every box, I think, has a T-shirt or some type of clothing in it, right? Or
Not every box has a
Not every
T-shirt.
box?
We vary it significantly, and that's because, to be honest with you, like there are some people that are super into the T-shirts, and then there are some people that are kind of like, I'm more of a
Clothing,
figure.
boring.
Yeah, they're like, I'm more
I'm
into
kind of
figures.
whatevs on t-shirts. Yeah, I'm all about
Yeah.
the figures. Yeah.
And they're like, I'm more into comic books, or I'm more into like, just accessories, random things, and so tchotchkes, yeah, stuff for my desk at work. And so basically we do vary it. And I mean, there are people that would prefer to have a T-shirt in every crate, but we like to try, because we have such a huge subscriber base, we always want to try to satisfy as many people as possible. We actually just got off a run where we had, and this was just coincidentally, we had several months in a row that had T-shirts in them. And then this last month in July, we didn't have a T-shirt, and there were a lot of people that were under the impression that we do T-shirts every month because they had just signed up in like March or something like that. And so we're like, well, no, we don't do one every month.
Gotta keep you guessing.
Yeah, exactly. We will have more, and we actually also have a add-on service that we just introduced called Level Up, where right now it's in beta, so it's only open to current subscribers, but you can add for an additional fee, you can add additional items that are also in line with the theme, but they're kind of like sort of higher end collectibles. So they're like You either get 2 pairs of socks, and by socks I mean they're like really thick, nice big, cool things with like, other additions to them. Or there's also one where it's women's accessories, so like jewelry or bracelets or hair accessories and things like that. And then there's a wearables thing. And with the wearables thing, some people were under the impression that because we're offering this add-on service for wearables, that we're not going to continue to offer T-shirts. And great, we will still continue
all that
to offer
extrapolating
T-shirts.
You guys are doing.
Yeah, exactly. There's always, they're constantly guessing. And it's funny because I wonder sometimes if that's part and parcel of the fact that our business model is that it's a mystery crate, that they feel like they have to constantly be second guessing everything that we do. That might be part of it. It is. Yeah. It's awesome, but at the same time, it's kind of like, no, you got just chill.
Trust the loot crate.
Trust in the loot.
Trust in the loot.
But yeah, so we will still have T-shirts in the crates, but then there's also these other things that they can take part of as well.
Very cool. What is the fee to sign up for Loot Crate?
It is $19.95 a month.
So affordable, dude.
Totally.
That's awesome.
It's $13.95 plus shipping and handling.
Yeah.
Shipping and handling varies. If you're an international country, it varies because, with international you have to deal with customs fees and other shipping things as well. But the base price for everybody is
$20 a month.
Yeah, $13.95 plus whatever the shipping is.
That is amazing.
That's 4 Starbuckses.
And we tend to try to make sure that every crate has at least like a $40-$50 retail value of items. We've had crates that have had more than that. It
depends. You were talking about that one item that was up to like $60. You said
that was in the Star Wars. That was a Star Wars item in the $100 crate for San Diego.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I mean
that was the epic loot crate.
But we have had we've had figures that have been in the regular crate that are usually $10 to $15 just for the one. Like pops usually retail for $10.
Yeah.
Some places pops are like $12 to $15. The ones that are like limited edition ones. So if you get that, you're already like that's usually most of the price of your crate. Or a T-shirt. T-shirts go for $20.
One of my friends got me this limited edition Captain America pops, and I sold it online for $60.
What?
Sorry if you see this episode. Yeah, I have a really small
Which one was
room.
it? Was it the one where he without his mask?
It was the one where he had he was half oh, see, it's so bad I can't remember.
That's why you sold it.
Half Winter Soldier. Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, weird. Who did that one?
I love Captain America. I have it. It's like my jam, and my friend got it for me. I feel so bad right now. I don't know.
Do you want me to edit this out, dude?
No, maybe yeah.
You're like, oh man, he's gonna be watching this. He hasn't watched the show in forever, and this is gonna be the one that he watches.
This is how the universe works.
But yeah.
Do you guys discourage people selling stuff from the loot crate, or is that even like a common occurrence?
Yeah, it is.
It'd have
you
to
go
be,
on that Hikari Stormtrooper in that Star Wars crate was on eBay the next morning. The whole crate was $100. It was on eBay the next morning for $100. Yeah. So I mean, people do sell stuff. I mean, we don't discourage it. I mean, it's kind of like
it's just silly and it's kind of weird. It's like, well, why do it?
Well, because they can't get to San Diego, but they really want that figurine.
Yeah,
they're filling a demand, I guess.
But yeah, I mean, the thing is, one thing that we do, a part of the reason why we came up with the idea of the trading post was so that we could have events where people could trade stuff back and forth, and why we really want to try to do it in other parts of the country so that other people can participate in that way. And it's also just a great way to meet other geeks who are into the same stuff that you're into.
Absolutely.
But yeah, when we do the trading post, we always say, it's completely up to you guys what you think is a fair trade, but we don't allow cash transactions.
Yeah,
you can't say $20 for that.
That wouldn't be a
pop.
trading post.
Yeah, exactly. So we leave them up to their own devices, but that's the only rule.
I wonder how many people are like, man, I totally got ripped off after they look online. Like when I was 10 trading Pokemon cards, I had a couple experiences where I was like,
never do that.
Why did I let him have that holographic Charizard for 2 crappy ones that he had? Yeah,
no, I know the feeling.
Regret. I'm not 10 anymore, so I don't do that as much. But
I've never really done that. I had a rare Star Wars figure.
Yeah.
That was actually from one of my collection from when I was a kid. Most of which, a lot of them I still have. They're in storage.
Awesome. Nice.
But I had the Snaggletooth that was from the preview Cantina set. I don't know if you know about this. That they put out the Snaggletooth that had two things that were wrong. One, he was too tall. He was the same height because Snaggletooth's a little guy.
Yeah.
He was the same height as the other main figures, and his suit was the wrong color.
Oh wow.
And so that's like one of the rarest Star Wars figures.
Yeah.
I had him for years. I didn't realize how rare he was.
Heck yeah.
I did sell that figure on eBay when I first graduated college, and I was broke.
Needed some
and
scratch.
I needed rent money.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
How much did you get for it?
I think I got $125. But the
That's
thing
not
is,
bad.
and to this day, I don't really regret it because the kid that I sold it to was like a 14, 15-year-old kid.
And he was just, like, stoked on
it like
life.
made his year that
Yeah.
he got, because it wasn't
pretty
in mint condition, but it was in good enough condition that he was happy with it.
Yeah.
So that I felt good about it. It was a transaction I don't regret.
That's awesome.
But at the same time, it's like it's not something I've done.
I love ending the show on like a hopeful.
Like a happy.
Well, I'm
a happy
glad that I
story.
could have.
Well, you were
supplied
bringing
that.
us down the whole episode.
Was I, Nicole? Was I?
You're being a little antagonistic, but I don't think it was like I don't
Good cop,
think it was,
bad cop. Yeah.
yeah, exactly. That's a classic combo. Like
Cool,
next
cool.
time you guys can switch off, and this one can be.
I'm bad cop like
That-
95% of the
That's the thing.
That's why
So
it's
I'm
so
just
weird.
catching you on an off week.
Yeah.
I'm catching you on
I'm
like
sleep deprived right
been
now.
polishing your Halo all day.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Thank you so much, Nicole, for coming.
Thank
on
you
the
for
show.
having me.
Yeah,
This
where
was a lot of fun.
where can everybody find Loot Crate if it's obvious? But
LootCrate.com, and then Facebook.com/Loot Crate, Twitter /Loot Crate, Instagram /Loot Crate.
Easy.
Those are probably the top 3 places. We're on Tumblr too, if Tumblr's your jam. I know a lot of people are into Tumblr.
Yep. Mostly people that make jams. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, no, actually, it's weird. Like I feel like there's a lot of creative people on Tumblr.
Yeah, there are.
There are a lot of creative people and a lot of students with too much time on their hands making gift sets of things. Like
Yeah, but God bless them, right?
yeah, exactly.
I love cruising those.
Totally.
Rad. Cool. Go sign up for Loot Crate, guys.
Please.
For Loot Crate.
Yeah,
It's
go do
easy.
it.
Come on, do it right now. Go.
I guess that's a wrap on the show. Thanks for watching. Come down to Meltdown Comics in Los Angeles, Vanilla Slayer in San Diego, and Fat Collectibles in Orange County. See you guys next time.
This has been the Digital Lizards of Doom show live at Meltdown.